Hello, man here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 on Stitzer, Wisconsin. Here since last episode, slept through the night here. We're now into the month of August here. And in the month of August, we can start harvesting our oats. So we're going to get started on that here this episode. And I forget. I know we got one field oats. 77. Yes. Okay. Like, what field do we have oats on again? Yes, that was that field over there. 77. Okay, so we need to go. Actually, yeah, we need to actually go around the road to that field, don't we? Okay. Got the New Holland TR85 combine out of the shed, fired up here. Got our head already on it. And we're going to head over there here in a minute. I've also got the John Deere baler going here. At least it was going on. Maybe he's finished. It looks like he actually might be finished. We baled up the remainder of the silage, well, chaff, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, what we were chopping there last episode. Baled up the rest of that. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot left on that field. We probably chopped about half of it there or so. And we were loading that in our silo. Again, as a reminder, the silo doesn't take alfalfa or clover, so we were simply just converting that over to chaff once we had the wagon full, just so we could actually dump it in our fermenting silo. And I think last time I checked, we were about half full on that, if I remember correctly. Yeah, okay, it's down a little bit now because we are selling the 7. The silage is just straight selling. Works out pretty good with the silo that way. I don't think we need to keep that for the cows at all. And for that matter, too, like, Farming Sim 25 is right around the corner of it, so, we probably really don't need to worry about feeding the cows too much at all here. I mean, a couple more days, and then we're going to just let the cows starve after that. I know, poor cows, so well. Sneak through here, not knock any corn over, not take our head out on a tree. Okay, there we go. And I'm thinking we can probably finish this field up this episode. At least that's going to be the goal. We'll see how far we can make it here. But, like I said again, running the good old New Holland TR85 combine here. Don't see too many combines like this around anymore. Don't see too many heads like this around anymore either. Especially just, in the case of this particular head of one. If you look at the reel that's on it, it's just basically flat. I'm not sure what the material here is in this case. Looks like it's some sort of metal. I know some of the old ones, they're actually typically wood. Like just wood slats that run across them. I know the one my grandpa had wood slats on it. Big wood paddles, essentially. Obviously, nowadays, up in your newer combines, much, much fancier reels now. The reels actually change pitch depending on where they are in the rotation. Essentially designed to kind of like scoop the material up into the combine, and that's all stuff you can change too. Yeah, by the way, I don't think there's any change in anything on this head as far as like these paddles are a fixed angle, and that is where they are. Also, in case you folks hear any snuffling or anything like that, we are recording today's episode with a baby. We've got a baby here at the moment. Yeah, she unfortunately is a little sick, so. See how far we make it this episode before she maybe decides to wake up. She is sleeping here at the moment. Both my wife and the baby are sick, so the wife is taking a little break here at the moment, trying to get some sleep. Because sick baby, you can folks can probably imagine. Sleep is what's that again? So yeah, baby hasn't been sleeping particularly well either. Again, for those of you who know, yep. Sick baby and sleep don't typically go too well together, so she is sleeping at the moment. Except she'll get a nice little nap here. Definitely could use one, but she is very, very snuffly. So, like I said, I don't know if the mic will pick up on that or not, but if you hear any snuffling, well, for one thing, it might be me. I'm still getting over my cold yet as well. Yeah, it's been, a week and a half here now, and it's still like, oh my goodness. Better, but not better, if you folks know what I mean. I think I called it right away when it came down, like, yeah, this is going to be one of those ones that's going to last a couple weeks. Mind you, I don't think I'm contagious anymore of one. I guess I don't know. I could very well be contagious yet. I'm not sure. Like, I know sometimes they say, like, when it comes to being the contagious one, you're contagious upwards of a couple days after your symptoms disappear. Well, I'm still definitely not symptom-free. I'm still stuffed up, congested, coughing, like, yeah. Then again, I had to guess, I'm probably going to keep on being this way here for another couple weeks. One of those colds. That's after taking a whole box of cold medication, too, if those you're wondering, by the way. Between when I came down with a cold and this past weekend, yeah, downed a whole box of cold medication. Yeah, not probably ideal or great, but what are you going to do? And I'd love to say, the cold medication helped that one, and undoubtedly it did. I'm sure it did. Boy, it sure didn't feel like it was helping enough. Like, I need something about 10 times stronger here, Maybe that's what we just need to try the fireball, right? Well, your grandparents, had the old bottle of alcohol up on the back of the cupboard there. That was your medication back in the day, right? When my grandparents passed away, cleaning out their house, if I remember correctly, I think we found the old bottle of alcohol. And of course, when I say alcohol, I'm not talking like cleaning or rubbing alcohol. I'm talking the drinking alcohol, right? Get the old cold, you take a shot of whiskey, or I don't even remember. I think it was whiskey, if I remember correctly. That's what my grandparents had. I like to say it was a whiskey. A little bottle of whiskey there. Just take a little swig of that, and apparently that'll make you better, right? Back in the day there too, when you got to do any operations, yep, take a swig of whiskey and well, the doctor chops your hand off or something like that, right? Yeah, I think we should probably just be thankful nowadays that we've got anesthesia, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, can you imagine some of the operations doctors do nowadays? Yeah, here, just drink this bottle of whiskey while we take your heart out and do whatever we do to it and put it back in. Just have a couple bottles of whiskey on hand. Oh boy. Okay, it looks like we're almost full here. We're going to have to go grab a trailer here in a minute. And by the way, if folks haven't already clicked the subscribe button, don't forget to do so. The baby right here would very much appreciate it. Don't forget, too, if you like the video, I'm going to give the video the old thumbs up there. Also very much appreciated. And as I keep mentioning, too, I'm on, Farming Simulator 25. We're right around the corner. Just doing the math here a minute in my head. We got 4 or 5 days left, right? 4 or 5 days left. Again, it depends on the exact day it's getting released here. If it's like any of the other versions of Farming Simulator, it's usually released, at least in my time zone anyway, and that's kind of the key word there. In my time zone, it is typically released the night before. So, and I don't know if that'll happen in this case or not, but actually, speaking of which, I believe early coverage of it starts this weekend, I think. Okay, got our big Parker gravity wagons here, the Parker 4000s. These are the double door monsters here. Somewhat uncommon, I would say. You don't see a lot of these style of wagons around. Ooh, parked on a hill facing down. I don't see anything wrong with this particular setup here. Where'd I leave the combine? It's down here over here somewhere, isn't it? Yes, just behind the trees there. Can't quite see it from our angle. Okay, we're just gonna drive over to the wagons. That's typically what you would do in real life, Evelyn. I'm sure any farmer out there that's probably running a combine like this is probably exactly what they're doing. You don't bring the wagon to the combine. I mean, you bring the combine to the wagon. One of the reasons why grain carts are so important to the larger farmers. That would increase the efficiencies of the combine. Obviously, this is not super efficient for me to sit here driving. Well, obviously we got to stop and fill up. Once we're filled up, we got to stop, drive all the way back to where the wagon's parked, unload, and then drive back probably where we left off at, and continue harvesting. Just, not super efficient that way, right? Now, of course, if you have a grain cart, well, hopefully the grain cart can follow the combine around. The combine starts getting full, you unload the combine into the grain cart, and then the grain cart, once it's full enough, can go unload into truckers, or sometimes they'll even unload into gravity wagons. Although I would say that's probably a little bit more rare of one. If a farmer's large enough to have a grain cart, they are probably running some trucks as well. Trucks and trailers, not tractors and gravity wagons. Kind of the old school way of doing it here, which is the goal of this series, of course, by the way. Reminder here, too, by the way, if you'd like to join us in on our multiplayer servers, you can find our multiplayer server information down below in the description here of this video. Again, anyone is welcome to join as long as you can play nicely, follow the rules. Of course, the days, or can we start with the hours? Maybe we can start with the hours countdown here at this point. The hours of the Farming Simulator 22 server are definitely numbered. I don't actually remember exactly when it stops. But, yeah, we will not be continuing our Farming Simulator 22 server. We will be moving on to Farming Simulator 25 here. Don't forget, too, down below in the description there, you can find the rest of our social media information as well. I do post the occasional baby picture. So for those who want to see some, hopefully, cute pictures of the baby, yeah, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Actually, I guess Instagram is where we post most of the baby pictures. So, yeah, you're welcome to follow me over there as well. Oh, and question is, can we get this field done this episode? I thought maybe we could actually get this field done this episode, but I don't know. Looking at this here, we're only on our second time around the field here, not even all the way around yet, and we're already halfway into the episode. So, oh well, we'll just get what we can done. Typically what we do, right? And then off camera, there we'll just go ahead and finish up the remainder. Can you folks hear it? I think the baby's waking up. Yep. Baby's waking up, everyone. Might have to pause the video here. Baby's probably hungry. Feed the baby, and then we'll hopefully pick the recording back up here again, maybe. Let's see if we can at least make it around around to our second headland here. Can you wait that long? No, that is clearly unacceptable. One. I think she's saying you gotta feed it now. Yeah, feed it now. I don't know if folks can hear it too, but she is very stuffed up, unfortunately. Again, sick baby, just, yeah. Oh, dear. I'm sure the microphone's picking up on that just fine, I bet. Okay, like I said, we're going to pause the video and we'll go feed the baby here, and then we'll hopefully be back. Okay, and we are back with one fed baby later. Hopefully she'll be content here for a little bit. She's got one of those little play mats. It's got like a piano thing on it, so if folks ever hear like any like piano music playing here, hopefully that's not copyright. That is what that is. She is playing down on the floor on her mat, and she loves kicking that piano thing. It's like a foot piano she can kick with her feet, and then she's got a couple rattle things too by her. And you're having fun down there, aren't you? Okay, probably watch where I'm going. Not watch the baby too here. Well, actually, probably need to watch both, but whatever. Anyway. About 50% full here again already. Wonder how much loss we got coming out of the back of the combine here. I think it all depends who you talk to, right? I mean, some people swear by New Holland, some people swear by John Deere, some people swear by Case. I think it pretty much all comes down to who you talk to, right? I know I've told this story a few times before, but hey, we always got new people joining the channel. So for those of you who never heard this story before, Grandpa's farm there. Again, my grandpa's farm was leased out the last few years. He didn't farm anymore. It was leased. Farmer that was leasing it brought in a demo New Holland combine, and yeah, let's just say everyone, I think the wheat came in thicker after harvest than it was before harvest. just to give you an idea how much, yeah. I'm not entirely sure what was wrong, but I also do know that the farmer did not get that New Holland combine. Like I said, it was a demo machine they brought in as a demo. The dealer brought it in for them to check out, and yeah, I can definitely confirm they did not go with the New Holland. I mean, I know they went with the John Deere, so... But, yeah, I wonder why. Like I said, the field, and this is no joke, Evan. Like, I'm not joking here on this, Evan. The field literally looked like it was more wheat on it after harvest than before. Like, a couple weeks, Evan, or whatever it was here, and the wheat started, the wheat that fell on the ground started to grow, and like, oh my goodness, like, yeah. And clearly, it must have been coming primarily out of the back of the machine, I guess, because you could clearly see where each one of the windrows was. Like, that was the heaviest part. Like, oh my goodness. The amount of wheat that was growing in that field was astronomical. I'm not sure what kind of losses we were looking at there, but it couldn't have been good. Like, this was no couple of kernels per feet. A couple kernels per square inch, maybe, but, yeah. It was a bit ridiculous. Like I said, I don't know what. I'm sure something probably wasn't set right. Yeah, the farmer didn't know what they were doing. I know the dealer was out there, so I would imagine at least the dealer would have helped them set the combine up properly. At least you would think anyway, but or something was just wrong. I don't know. I never did ask him what was wrong. All I know is, yeah, it was a couple weeks later, and the field started to regrow, and it's like, whoa. Something clearly wasn't right. And again, that was a New Holland. It was a New Holland, I think, what is their model numbers again? I want to say T7, but is that correct? New Holland T7. What is the, the choppers here? We got to go harvesters. What are the, CR7. Or C, is it still a CR? I'm not sure if it's still a CR7 when it gets down. It was the 7 model. I know that much. I don't remember if they still call that a CR7 then, or what the model number is when it goes down that low, but so a class 7 machine there, I would assume. And we are full again, and let's see, where's the grain cart? No, don't see a grain cart. Guess we're going to unload ourselves here again. Oh well. Really improves efficiencies this way. I mean, to be honest, if you're the only person out in the field, I don't know, I don't know that there necessarily is a more efficient way to do this. This probably is, like, the most efficient way to do this. If you're just one person working on a field, and that's another probably a good example of going back to the older farming ways, right, Evan? Like, yeah, your newer farms nowadays, or bigger farms nowadays, I should say. Like, how many people do you have working on those farms? Usually it's more than just one person, or more than two people. There we go. More than two people, for that matter. We'll get a right number of persons and peoples here, right? But, yeah, if you're running a combine and you're running a grain cart and you're running trucks, you're probably going to need a minimum of at least 3 people, probably 4, maybe more, because you're probably going to want to run more than one truck. And then a lot of times during harvest time, too, I mean, that's sometimes not the only work that needs to be done. Once the field is harvested, if you're going to work the field up in the fall, fertilizer, whatever other work that might need to be done. So, again, it's usually more than just harvest that's sometimes happening. Oh, dear. I think the baby might be hungry here again, Evan. Or she's just sick of playing on her floor mat, and she needs a daddy to pick her up, maybe. Okay, well, we made it almost all the way around the field, Evan. Okay, and we are back. Let's see how far we can make it. We got, about another 10 minutes or so this episode. Like I said, I don't think we're going to be able to finish this field here in that time, but oh well. We'll get as far as we can. Baby is all fed and sleeping here again, so we should be good for a little bit, hopefully. He was a little stuffed up there, so eating was, colds. Colds. No fun, right? I think we'll just keep working on headlands here, everyone. I don't know if this field really lends itself well to setting up any sort of GPS line or anything like that. Maybe if we had the option, for doing curve lines, Evan, but unfortunately, nope, don't have that option. Something that never really happened with this GPS. Wonder what we can do with Farming Simulator 22. Not 25's GPS, Evan. I'm sure that's going to probably happen a few times here. We get to Farming Simulator 25, and I'm sure I'll be calling Farming Simulator 25, 22 here a few times. I mean, we've only been playing Farming Simulator 22 for 3 years here now, so... Boy, hard to believe. It's like, wow, has Farming Simulator 22 really been out for 3 years now? Yes, it has, everyone. It is 3 years old now. Definitely excited to see, some of the new gameplay mechanics. And, yeah, we'll just see how Farming Simulator 25 goes, Evan. Hopefully, again, I keep mentioning this, Evan. Hopefully, Giants has done their homework this time around. Maybe actually had someone, try playing the game, Just saying, I've said this many, many times about Farming Simulator 22. If Giants would have just spent, 2 minutes playing the game, they should open their eyeballs oh, we got to fix this, and that. Yeah. That is how bad Farming Simulator 22 was when it first released. It was that bad that, you just play the game for 2 minutes and you would have quickly realized, oh, we got a few things to fix here. Maybe we should fix those things before we release it, right? Fortunately, at this point, Farming Simulator 22, I think it's pretty solid here at this point. They fixed most of the issues. And the issues that remain, everyone, I'm sure Giants are not going to fix at this point. Again, most of them I don't know that Giants would necessarily even acknowledge as issues. Referring to what I like to call giant stupidities. Okay, well, that section of the field is done, everyone. I don't know, what do you think? Can we actually finish? Maybe we can finish the field here this episode. I don't know, it might be closer than I thought it was. Knocking out these headlands here, it shrinks the field a little quicker than I thought it would. Still a pretty good section left here yet, though. Anyway, let's see if we can load up some comments here a moment, everyone. Making comments greater again. Anyway, speaking of which, to the comments here, starting off with Willard. Willard was saying, good video. Hey, thank you very much for that. Always appreciated. Hatcher was saying, oh, happy day. A great day for America. Kind of, going with my comment here a few seconds ago. I one about let's make comments great again. Christopher was saying, good morning, good video, keep it up. And first comment, by the way. Ooh, wow, first comment, huh? I'd clap my hands, but it's kind of hard to clap your hands while you're driving. And yeah, anyway. Willard was saying, a good video, and you're not cheating if it's in the game. That's kind of the way I look at it. I mean, technically kind of sort of cheating maybe, but technically not really. We're just transferring one product that should work in the silo, but is not programmed to do so because it's an extra crop type on the map. And, transferring it to one that does work. So, just a, bilateral shift there of a product to just make it work without actually having to, hard code the silo there to actually work with that particular type of crop. I'm surprised, though, that the bunkers don't work with them. I would have thought the bunkers would have accepted clover and alfalfa, but I don't know, unless you folks can correct me if I'm wrong on this. For those of you who may be playing this map as well, it doesn't seem like the bunkers support clover or alfalfa, so kind of surprised by that. I would have thought they would have, everyone. I think the map author made it so, this map has alfalfa and clover on it. I think you'd set it up so that it's actually supported like in the bunkers, because what else are you supposed to do? I guess you bale it and feed it to the cows, right? You can do that, but can't make any sort of silage or anything like that out of it. The Carpatonic Musketeer was saying, what is the JP requirement on the Kinsey 3000? The JP? I'm not sure what you mean by that, so I'm going to have to leave that one unanswered. The JP requirement, huh? Unless you're talking horsepower. Actually, wait a minute, J. Looking at my keyboard, the J and the H key are next to each other, so I bet he means horsepower. That would make sense to me. Where is the planters here? The Kinsey 3000, huh? Well, we got the big one. That is 300 horsepower. Nope. Is that the only Kinsey? Oh, Kinsey 3000. That's the little one, isn't it? Yes, the Kinsey 3000, that is 80 horsepower. Wow. 80 horsepower on that one, huh? Doesn't seem like that planter should need 80 horsepower, but... I mean, again, going back to my my grandparents' days, my grandpa had a 4-row planter there. And I think that 4-row planter was on, 40-some inch spacing, by the way. I don't remember the exact... Was it 40, 42? I don't remember if it was 40 or 42, but obviously the wider space in there. And yeah, 4 rows. My grandpa would pull that with a John Deere 2010. John Deere 2010, I think that's somewhere around 45-ish horsepower or something like that. So, I mean, 2 more rows, that shouldn't add that much more horsepower requirement, would it? My grandpa had the, the fertilizer boxes and all that good stuff. I don't remember what model number my grandpa had for a planter again, but had all the different plates you had to put on it depending on what you're planting and all that fun stuff. Ground driven, of course. And of course, as we talked about before, when it comes to the ground drive there, there's essentially like a whole transmission type setup in there where you select, how much seed you want going down here, your population. Well, anyway, I've been looking at the field here. I started off this episode hoping we could finish everyone, and if we don't finish, we'll be really, really close here. Got just a little bit left yet. Probably have to go unload one more time here, but I don't think we'll have enough to finish this entire bit, will we? It'll be close, I guess. Maybe we will. Oh, and I got to go back. I'm looking at the comments here. I think I read this one here yesterday's video, but it just makes me laugh here. Norton was saying, vote early and vote often. Ah, yes, that's right. I guess they didn't quite do enough of that, did they? Didn't do enough of that. Not enough early voting often. Oh, well. Don't worry, they still have time. They're still bringing in boxes of ballots from the last I heard. I will have to say on a couple things that, well, at least one of the big things that maybe surprised me from this election, they actually managed to call the election, like, oh, what was it? Well, maybe 12 hours or so of closing. Obviously, the last time around, it took them, what, took them like a week or so. This time they actually managed to get it done in about 12 hours. I mean, I guess technically you could almost go maybe 6 if you really want to be, depending on time zones and all that good stuff, right? But I'm going to go by based on when they actually finally called it. I think it was closer to 12 hours. Maybe 9 again, depending on what time zone you go by. Oh, we didn't quite make it. I'm so close. Just a little bit left there. That being said, I think it is unfortunate time to wrap it up here this episode, but I think I'm pretty good with that. I mean, we just got to finish up that last little bit here. I don't think you folks will mind if I finish that off camera here. So with that, everyone, thanks for watching. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching. Until next time.